Hey, YouTube people. Music Therapy Labs here on Sunday, post-Namthrax and Nam. Still suffering a little bit from the Namthrax, but Roxy, you're supposed to help me open my package. Here, chew it. You always want to chew stuff. There you go, girl. So I got a package. It's coming from, it says here, Idea Bench, South Jordan, Utah, which probably means it's one of the gifts I got from the EVH gear thing, right? So come on, Roxy, chew. Chew, chew, chew. There you go. Good girl. Open the package. So Ladani and I were talking about we got to teach her some tricks because she's so smart. And if we can get her to do some tricks, I'm trying not to cut her head off while I cut across here, right? Oh, got to go a little deeper. All right. Come on, Roxy. Keep chewing. Keep chewing. Chew, chew, chew. There we go. Keep going. Ow. $8 to ship from Utah to here in priority mail. Oh, you can chew. Keep chewing. Chew, chew, chew. Chew that bubble wrap, Roxy. There you go. Yes, good girl. Keep chewing. All right, now we got a box. Da 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 da. What does it say? It says, it's kind of bright. Sorry. Buzz breaker. Yes, I believe this is some kind of an inline, kind of a buffer, I believe. Yeah, it's one of the EVH Gear TV winning items. It's the first one to arrive. And I've got number 1. Is that cool or what? I don't know what that means really. Buzz breaker. Here's the serial number or whatever. Number uno. Or what am I saying? 00001. So I guess there's 4 zeros and a 1. So that means we got one of the items from the EVH Gear thing. I hear things moving around while I shake. Yeah, everything in here. Otherwise, this is tight. Oh, it looks like yeah, this little plate that's see how it's built. This little plate here is jiggling around, and I think that can be easily remedied by a little tightening. Hold on. That's what I got. All these handy tools sitting right here in my tower of stuff. So I'm just going to take this and tighten that right there. Yeah, I think you can tell that the way it's manufactured here, it's not gonna be super. It's made to be easily put together, right? And it looks like it's on there pretty tight. So if anything, it probably just needs some kind of little spacers there, just so it doesn't jiggle in there, because the screws are all the way tightened down, but it's still moving around in there. I don't think that causes any problems because as long as the jacks are holding right, and it's not going to be a problem. But if I did put some kind of a spacer of some kind right there, right? There and under each screw, I'll keep it from jiggling like that, because you can, right? And that's probably not a bad thing, but the less things move around, the better, right? Oh, look what Roxy's doing. She's unboxing the box. She's probably eating whatever note is in here. Some info. Let's see, it says specifications. So frequency response is 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. Max input level, I guess no greater than 20 dB is a good idea. And then it just has its size. And on the other side it says Buzz Breaker User Guide. So there's the Buzz Breaker User Guide. Basically says, thank you for purchasing your Buzz Breaker. The Buzz Breaker is designed, isn't this cute? Roxy in a boxy. I'll let you guys watch her while I read this, because it's probably more interesting. Thank you for purchasing your Buzz Breaker. The Buzz Breaker is designed to be a simple and rugged transformer isolation solution. Nice. Buzz breaker will eliminate ground loop hum caused by dual amp setups. Oh, that's perfect, because see right behind me there? See those 2 amps? I don't know if you guys recognize that one, but that's an older model. I think it's a 90s. It could be an 80s, but I think it's a 90s JC90. So not a 120. So not the 12-inch speakers, but the 10-inch speakers, dual dual 10-inch speakers. They're Rolands, they're not Jensens. But some people don't like the Jensens. I thought the Jensens were great in the 120s. But bottom line, that's going to be my super clean amp to do, you know, demos and argue the point that a non-tube amp is great, especially in clean mode, especially with that chorus. And then I've got my Blackstar HD Studio 20, which is, you know, just ask Phil McKnight. You know, I even asked him in one of the Friday Talks, Know Your Gear live chats, that, you know, what do you think about the Blackstar HD Studio 20, and how about that as a platform amp? And he basically said, well, you know, they're all great amps. An amp like that is a perfect platform for studio recording and just using pedals, especially if you have amp-in-the-box style pedals. You can run them in front of that thing, and that thing has 2 channels, so it's a dual channel amp. One's just a solid clean. You know, it's got an interesting Rocket 50, I think it is, or Rocket 30. I can't remember exactly which one, or Rocket 20, but it's a Celestion speaker that I think is set up for the voicing for that, with the infinite, you know, shape feature in that second channel. But the first channel is just a perfectly clean channel, and then you can use the 2 preamp you know, distortion channel as well if you want, you know, to go on top of an already little dirty amp, or you can just stage your pedals. This is something that I like to do. I'm no pro guitarist, but I do understand and appreciate good sound. So yeah, this thing will come in very handy for doing exactly what I'm planning to do using this switcher over here. Let me grab this switcher. Where did I put that switcher? I moved things around recently because I don't know where it is. Anyway, I've got the Switchblade by EHX, Electro Harmonics, and basically it's a loop pedal, or amp looper or switcher, or pedal looper switcher, so you can do some amazing loopy things with it. So outside of getting one of those gig rigs or a similar type of switching system, I got that as a simple solution for in the studio here to switch between A/B between those amps, and sometimes even combine the sounds and then do the same thing A/B between different pedals on the fly real quick with different, you know, pedals. And so I plan to do some demos and some fun stuff with mess around with sounds. Roxy, here's your Boxy. Here, let me show you guys Roxy. So, oops, sorry, putting my hand in there. At least that way she's in the shot. Gotta have Roxy in the shot always. Where'd you go, Roxy? Come here. So let me finish reading. So it says the bass breaker will eliminate ground loop hum caused by dual amp setups or power differences between your pedal board and amp. We use high quality phenol jacks in a rugged steel enclosure to give you years of trouble-free use. It does seem rugged. Typical connection, of course, would be like going through your guitar, through your pedals. One set of pedals going into one amp, the other set of pedals going through this buzz breaker into the other amp. Pedals with stereo outs, such as delays, modulation, reverbs, often introduce a ground loop between 2 amps. Makes sense, right? Because you got basically modulation going on. You're going to have, you know, stereo causing your speakers to either go like this or like this. That can be a problem with phase. That's what phase problems are. But you can also have similar kind of thing occurring in power, right? And if you have that similar power running through one line and running through another line, because you are running some power through your pedals and whatnot, right? There's a small amount of power going through there. And so if those things are out of alignment, especially with modulation and stuff, you're going to hear that. And you don't want to really have that making it sound bad. Sometimes you can find some accidental cool sounds, and if you figured out how you made them, you might be onto something. Anyway, what else? Buzz breaker can be placed either at the pedal board or at the amp itself. On your pedal board, you can use the buzz breaker as your amp interference, with the input always wired to your last pedal and the output as an interface to your amplifier. So like the picture shows right there. All right, I hope you saw that. Buzz breaker and buffers. So the buzz breaker is a very compact passive transformer isolation solution that requires a buffer to drive the internal transformer. So you need to operate correctly, the buzz breaker needs a low impedance active buffer. Any boost pedal, I have several, Any boost pedal, buffer pedal, or even the internal buffer of almost any other pedal will provide the necessary low impedance and drive strength. So I think like my BBE pedals that I use, those definitely have buffers in them. You know, there are some others that I have that have buffers in them. And then you can also get like a dedicated buffer if you really want or need one. Connect your guitar directly to the buzz breaker or bypass. All your true bypass pedals will result in loss of low and high frequency. Right. If you always leave at least one of your pedals on at all times, you will likely be just fine. If you are using a 5 or 6 string bass or otherwise need an always on buffer, we suggest our Buff 1 30 volt dual stage buffer. It is as it has an extended low frequency response. So there it is. The buzz breaker sounds like a party pooper, but it's not. It's a good thing, right? So we're going to stick this buzz breaker right over here on top of all these other fine pedals that we have on display here. And we're going to get back to doing the laundry here today because today is Sunday. You can see my eyes. That's called Namtrax eyes there, man. Whew. It's been a week practically. It's Sunday. Got home on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday or Monday night? No, I got home super late Monday night. Well, it was Tuesday morning, like around 2:30 a.m., maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. I went to sleep. Got up around 7 or 8 and tried to sleep some more. Wasn't feeling well. And then the rest of the week was shot. So I did manage to get the Music Therapy Thursday live stream on just because I want to keep that going every week. And I want to try to get out a video or two. So, while we're doing unboxings, I think I did do a run through of some of my my last live stream. I unboxed or unpackaged some of the swag from NAMM that I got last year. And then I got some new swag from this year. But this is the Norman's bag that Jen at Norman's, she's awesome. She does all their videos. We chatted. She let me do the walkthrough of the store, and then I played the Brian May guitar in there. So yeah, Norman's, man. I'd love to go into there. I'd love to have the kind of money to buy, real guitar there. But anyway, so what I did buy there was this because I wanted to buy something while I was there, and they didn't sell pedals, so I opted for this free Fender baseball right there, red, white, and blue. A little too Dodgers colors for me, but if you notice the hat over there, see that golden SF? Yeah, that's a championship Giants baseball. Anyway, we won't go into sports. And I got 3-pack of Fender bullets. And they're kind of cool strings if they do what they're supposed to do. The ends are kind of like a bullet end, so it's smooth, tipped to where the string goes on, so that when you pull it through a standard Strat style kind of trem bridge, right, or vibrato bridge. Anyway, when you go through one of their bridges, it'll snugly contact there all the way around. Differently than other strings do, right? Other strings have the ball end and it's got the wraparound. This doesn't have a wraparound that comes up through. It's like encased in that little bullet-like metal end. Should I show you one? All right, you guys don't know what these are. I'm gonna open one. Yeah, probably just got the virus from China now. Oh, these are supposed to be bullets? Well, it doesn't say bullet on there. All right, well, I lied. I was mistaken. So these do have color ball ends. So I thought these were the bullets. All right, now that I'm on the bullet trip, I got to get the bullets out. Now that I open these, I'm going to have to put them on something. Maybe my Fender. Of course my Fender Telly. All right, where are my strings at? I moved my strings from there to here. Here they are, guitar strings. Guitar strings. Alright, so anyway, that's what I got from Norman's. Oh yeah, and I got a shirt. They only had this in a larger size, but this is the one I wanted. This is way too big for me. This is a double XL. But it'll make a great pajama. I'm not going to give it away. It's way big and wide for me. I will never grow into this, I promise. But I wanted one with the Strat. It just was the coolest looking one in there. Unless you're a Les Paul lover, then you'd say the Les Paul one's the best one. So in my little box of strings here, and I gave several of these away recently, I still have a pack of bullets in here, don't I? Yeah, at least 2, maybe 3. Alright, so these are 10 to 46s, which, you know, I'll play. I'll put it on something, but normally I don't play the 10 to 46s anymore. Anyway, here we go. I'll open this up. Yeah, I'll be smart this time and not bite down onto some plastic that came from who knows where. It's who knows whose hands. Alright, so we might as well go with the big string here. So see that? See how that is like a bullet at the end? So it's like dipped in, right? It's like, I don't know how they create that, but they probably dip it in there and pour over or something, right? It almost looks like it's brass or nickel, some kind of a nickel thing. Like a little more brass than nickel. So it probably adds a little weight to the bottom of the string compared to those round, like disc ends that you see on the other guitars. But yeah, the idea is that, you know, it snugly sits into the bottom of that. Sorry, I have my earpiece from listening to live streams. So anyway, I'm going to go back to listening to live streams, doing the laundry, and helping around the house here because Ladini's feeling under the weather. And then later today, I might do a live stream because I have more unboxings. Now, you know what's crazy about this next unboxing today is that I've had this gear in these boxes for over a year. It's worse than the Henning guitar unboxing thing that took me forever to get to that I finally did. Because I wanted to do that right, and I never was able to really, you know, be able to do that the way I wanted to. I couldn't really do it right. No, I'm going to leave this out because I'm going to put this on my, I'm going to put it on my telly. So, yeah, there we go. That's today's unboxing. Cool that I got this new funky fuzz breaker buffer dealie. See if I'm going to need it. I'll first try it with and without and see if there's an actual effect. So we'll go from there with that process, right? And as some of you may know, this thing right here, the Soundtrap Designs guitar hanger, STD, musicians want. I'm going to make one of those for Johnny Bean. I might be making one for JJ of JJ's House of Jams. I would love to make one for Aaron and for Ben, but they live too far away, man. To send that to Canada is going to be too costly. So they'll have to come pick it up in California again next time they're around. So JJ might be coming through here for a gig in February up in Reno, I think he mentioned, which would be cool to catch if we happen to be, you know, able to go up there for that. That would be sweet because my cousin's having his 50th birthday. My cousin Art, the singer slash bass player, but he's really a singer. He's, in my mind, I think, you know, if he just concentrated on singing, he would be kick-ass. So that's it for today. Music Therapy Labs here with my unboxing partner, Roxy. Roxy the unboxy bird, right? We're going to teach you guitar, aren't we, girl? Yeah, I got you a guitar. You want to see it? Let me show you guys her guitar. This is going to blow you guys away. Even comes in a hard shell case. There it is. And what's really funny, it's funny how these things are. Here you go, Roxy. You want to play?